Hey friends, I am in my lovely hotel room in New Jersey. It's much larger than the one I had in New York. There's more space in Jersey, for those of you who don't know. It's also gorgeous. Got a beautiful view. Here, look at this. Looking out over the woods. I mean, how can you beat that? An amazing way to wake up to go make an album. And what has been, so something showed up last night, actually. Really interesting. So I'm going into this studio with a bunch of just unbelievable players. I mean, top players in New York. And I noticed this impulse in me. Peter and I ran by the studio yesterday and we're walking around and just kind of getting the vibe of the place, feeling the room and whatnot. And I noticed this impulse in me that was like a competitive impulse. It was like I wanted to win something, you know, prove something. And I almost kind of didn't catch it well, I guess I did, but I almost kind of didn't really get my head around it until I got back here and I started feeling, I just kind of recognized, oh, yeah, I'm doing that thing. I'm going into that mode of, it's literally what I said yesterday. It's compulsion for compensation. It's compulsion that arises out of compensation. And it's very familiar to me. It's a very familiar feeling. And it's a uniformly detrimental feeling. It's something that never increases my joy or performance. You know, I mean, it's so funny. That's the thing, you know, music is such a funny arena because of course it's full of all kinds of impulses of competition and all of that. But ultimately, what are you competing over? You're making something beautiful. You're sculpting sound into something that other people want to listen to. So the notion that is a competitive act is so strange, and yet I would say it's probably not unusual to have the feelings that I had. But luckily I caught them. Luckily I saw them, and I realized, you know, what a beautiful experience this has been so far. What an amazing opportunity this is today. I'm about to walk out of here and walk into that room and record an entire album. What an amazing thing. How if I could take that competitive kind of compensating energy just off, if I could just banish it, if I could just say you don't get to play today, I would have so much joy and just that the energy of it, I feel it immediately. Immediately it just becomes this buoyant, amazing thing. So that's what I sort of clocked for myself, and I recognized, okay, that's what I gotta do, you know, like I've gotta let this, and you know, it's in a lot of ways an opportunity like this, and the players that I'm playing with, and the producers that I'm working, all the kind of like elements of this project that really are at a very high level and high standard. They're an opportunity to do this work on a higher level. You know, it takes that pressure for me to get triggered and then have to cope with the trigger. You know, it's like there's all that next level. It always kind of shows us something new in our psyche. And so, you know, my goal today is just to have the presence of mind to if that comes up, notice it, but to live from a different place. You know, I love playing the piano. I love playing this music. I've had so much fun. I love running the room as a music director, working with the singers. It's just, it's all a giant playground. And if I can just stay there and let that live into the sound, let that spirit go down on the recording, that's what this is. That's what this is about. I mean, it's funny because then I woke up and I had my little meditation insight timer gave me a quote by Epictetus, and I'm probably gonna have to paraphrase it, but it was like, it's key to spend time around people who uplift you, people who stretch you. That's not the full quote. I don't remember it word for word, but it was like the perfect little offering. It was the perfect answer and little nugget to insert into this this kind of realization that I'm having, and this recognition. Because, you know, I mean, what a joy. What a joy, what a privilege. I was sitting in meditation, and I was just kind of like reflecting. You know, Madeline always, or a long time ago, she advised that I reflect on something sad before practicing and or before meditating. And there's this thing that has started to happen as a result of that, which is that whenever I sit down either to play or to meditate, there's a sense of impermanence. It's like this now moment is all there is. And there's a kind of like, this will be over, you know, and not in a kind of anticipating the end of the moment kind of way, but recognizing that investing in some outcome actually keeps me distracted. You know, investing in an outcome means I'm down the road. I'm thinking down the road, where is this going? What am I going to get? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Rather than being in this moment. And of course, that just means you're slightly less here, slightly less present. And Madeline, having said that to me, has really kind of, it's like this little reminder that happens every time I sit down that says, but isn't it all about this? Isn't this experience? You know, don't I sit at the piano because I love to? Why else am I doing it? And that's been really helpful to just bring me back, put my feet on the ground, and remind me remind me that there's nowhere else to be, that any outcomes or any desire to win when I'm sitting at the piano is not a thing. It's literally not a thing. It's an imagined thing. And it softens me and puts me in a space where I think I can really live into this and go have some fun. Let the love happen. Let the music happen. So that's the agenda for today. I might have to do another one of these after the session, just because we'll see where I'm at. But I wanted to get this one this morning because it was a lot coming through. So thanks for watching, folks. Love you. Appreciate you. Have a great day. I will see you.